increase the effectiveness of your new business sales prospectors. Hello and welcome to Uncommon Insights, where you will learn uncommon and often counterintuitive ideas to help to dramatically accelerate your sales growth. So today's topic, you may have guessed it, is all about building pipeline. You see what I did there? In recent conversations, I get approached by BDRs and salespeople who are tasked with setting appointments for field salespeople all the time, whether it's over LinkedIn or through email or even the occasional phone call. And today I'd like to share three things with you, three ideas or watch outs for you as both as a sales leader and as a salesperson that will help to dramatically accelerate and increase the effectiveness of your outbound prospecting or appointment setting efforts. The first idea I'd like to share is clarity on the industry or company types that you serve. In coaching a young salesperson recently, he shared with me the industries and company types that his sales manager or sales leader had shared with him. On the one hand, there was construction, there was manufacturing, there was pharmaceutical, there was retail banks, there was private equity, and a couple of more that I forget now. Now, here's my challenge to you as a sales leader. You've got a new sales hire who's starting. How do you think being thrown the kitchen sink is going to affect their productivity? Do you think they're going to be able to switch from one industry to another seamlessly? No, probably not. So here's a task for you, if you're willing to take it on, is if I was your new hire and I asked you this question, what one industry or company type, in the absence of all others, should I focus on first? And that will help to accelerate my sales productivity, get the number of appointments and meetings set that I need for you to hit your sales number as a sales leader. And then this follow-up question to that is, why focus on that one? What are the compelling events or the product service solution match or the challenges addressed that make that a higher priority than the number two vertical or industry that I might go after? So food for thought there. Secondly, the second issue I often hear is there's a lack of clarity around the real value or the value proposition that your product, solution or service actually offers your target market. And the first job to be done in creating clarity is to clearly identify what is the challenge that your company solves better than any other alternatives. Okay, that is a typical issue out there, because often the messaging that they're fed internally is all results focused. And the second thing is real clarity around the impact or outcome of the results that your company delivers, but more specifically with pounds, dollars, cents, euros, and the percentage improvement or reduction, time to acceleration improvements made that your product or service can offer. Here's another top tip if you really want to increase the confidence of your salespeople who are setting appointments for your company. Rather than you tell them about how wonderful your company is, get your existing clients to tell them how wonderful your company, product, service or solution is, with clear before and after stories. Because take it from me as a former CEO and sales leader myself, your salespeople don't believe you as much as they hear the words coming out of your customer's mouth. So if your client can tell them how the before and after and the difference that your company made to their business, you'll just accelerate the confidence of your people so much more quickly. The third thing I want to talk to you about is a bit of a watch out, and this comes from, I'm sure, well-intentioned existing salespeople within your company, particularly if they're the salespeople that your appointment setters are setting meetings for. A lot of them are keen and quick to give out advice to appointment setters on the way they do it, or here's best practice, or have you thought about doing it this way? And yet clearly these are not the people who are setting appointments on the front line. Sometimes I like to push back and say, say to my salespeople that I'm coaching who are setting appointments for others is, if they were so darn good at it, do you not think they'd be doing it themselves? Food for thought that. Would you take financial advice from a broke person? Probably not. Now, I get it. Some field salespeople are really experienced, and it makes good commercial sense not to have those people focused on setting all their own appointments, but they should set some of their own appointments. And it makes sense to have younger, perhaps even less experienced resource, or there is some debate about that as well, setting those appointments for them. And yet be careful that those same field salespeople that person is setting appointments for is not undermining their confidence by telling them how to do their job or what they do if it was, they were doing it the same, for example. Because don't think that that helps. Let the appointment setter proactively reach out and ask for that help and guidance themselves. So there you have it. There's 3 things. Clarity on the type of industry or target market or company that they should, the one industry or one company type that they should focus on in the absence of all others. 2, clarity on the challenges and the outcomes with dollars and cents and percentages attached to it that your company delivers to your customers. And thirdly, get out, make sure that your experienced field salespeople aren't getting in the way and undermining their confidence. If you found that helpful, and your prospectors and new business salespeople who are tasked with generating meetings could use some guidance around messaging, focusing on customers that you could serve today versus 6 months to a year from now, and you could use some external advice, please do get in contact with me. Look forward to chatting. Take care.